Hi, this is Paul Benovich, and this is day 10 and 11, documenting my journey from taking a concept to a minimal viable product. Today, and day 10 and 11 really were all about actually building the minimal viable product with the help of my cousin Derek. Now, this is where you have to really do a reality check and realize that which features are actually realistic and which ones aren't, given the resources and the time constraints that you have. It's really important to realize that you just have to get this MVP to a point that people can give you meaningful feedback. It doesn't have to be a work of art. It just has to be good enough. And so this is where creativity comes in. Once you're actually starting to build it, there are going to be some trade-offs at this juncture, and features that you wanted or interfaces that you envisioned that are just not reasonable. And you're going to have to creatively pivot on the fly. So day 10, 11, I met with my cousin Derek and started to create MVPs for all three concepts. Focused on the concept creation site first, and then planned on building out the polite conversations, and then finally the CEO guide. I chose a WordPress template that I felt I could use for all three MVPs, and tried to leverage the format model from concept creation site to build out polite conversations and CEO guide MVP. So day 10 and 11, concept creation site accomplishments. I worked with Derek and researched and chose a WordPress theme. I picked the Stockholm WordPress theme. Started to build the MVP frame by frame, matching the pictures and the copy. The idea was not to be perfect, but to organize so I could refine after some couch time. And the process of organizing the MVP made the vision more real and forced me to make decisions regarding what was important features versus nice to have. And I had a reality check regarding the amount of work it would take to launch each MVP. So you can kind of see where this is going. Some ideas, insights, and reality checks. As I worked on the MVP, I really had a reality check that creating three MVPs at the same time was a monumental task. And I had to also make sure that I wasn't going to overwhelm myself and Derek, since I wasn't paying Derek for his time. And as I created each frame with Derek and we brainstormed together, it forced me to rethink the steps an entrepreneur goes through to take a concept and build a business from it. So I actually decided to insert an extra section. And I felt like it was, an entrepreneur actually should market test an idea and get audience feedback before they actually create the MVP. And so I inserted that into the concept creation site. And I had some inspirations hit me as I was going through this, and it became real. Rather than build three MVPs, perhaps I could integrate polite conversations and CEO guide into the concept section, which we just talked about before. And I would first start with creating a one-page summary of each concept and ask the audience to give me feedback on it before I spend time building the MVP for each solution, which is the proper way to do it. And then inspiration number two on the prototype, rather than building out a full prototype MVP to demonstrate the concept to the audience on the concept creation site, I would just use the concept creation site as the example for this section and ask the audience to complete a survey on this MVP. So again, trying to simplify the process. So you can kind of see how I'm building this out, focused on the concept creation site. So my summary notes and insights for day 10 and 11, realized that building the three MVPs at this time was too big a task. Decided to focus on the concept creation site and brainstormed ideas on how I can include CEO guide and polite conversation into the concept creation site, get audience feedback without having to build out those MVPs at this time. I purchased the WordPress theme, cost of $79. Dinner For Derek, for both nights, total costs were $150. So the time invested today and yesterday were 6 hours. Total dollars invested were the 79 and the 150. The total time invested from day one is 21 hours and 25 minutes. 21 hours and 15 minutes. And the total dollars invested was 239. And that's it for today. And I will see you on day 12.